In the last episode of Through Ruby Eyes, our brave villains had, well, okay. They had a big debacle with the Red Dragon, with a local Red Dragon drug lord. You went to an airport, you were supposed to stay incognito, but a spy ended up putting a bomb into the thing you were supposed to protect. And P-24 responded in the only way he knew how to. Pull a giant cannon out and fire it on the premise of a public airport terminal. And then the camera zooms over to P-24 and he just says, well, I mean, it seemed like a good idea at the time. And it goes back over to, like, an overhead shot of, like, replaying scenes from the last episode. You see Cuddles driving the bloodstained Jeep back to a landing bay, and you just hear from the trunk, and Cuddles, like, he just goes, I'm not dealing with that shit, and just books it.
Yeah, regarding a P-24 firing his cannon, he's gonna analyze and say, at least I stopped somebody from putting bombs in other ships today.
Yes, at least you did.
It was for the greater good.
And then we zoom back over to a shot of the security guards say, okay, just don't cause that much trouble, we'll give them a bullshit story. Then cue P-24 pulling out another cannon and firing at a fueling platform. The fueling platform collapses because he got a natural 20, falls in on itself, some sparks fly, and there's just a big explosion. Then cue, like, a guy wearing jeans and has, like, this big mohawk, probably looks like what you'd think would be a stereotypical biker with the big black leather jacket, and complete with shades. He walks over and says, well, I see you guys kept me busy. He hands you the proof that he is the guy that you're supposed to hand it off to. And there's just, like, and it's like, in the background, behind P-24, you just see, like, the airship just has, like, this big hole off the back. There's chemicals just leaking out off the back of it everywhere, all around the ground. Stumpy Dingus is, like, collapsed over on the ground, like, his blow-up muscles have all been punctured, and he's trying to, like, pump air back into them. There's a big fire from the oil platform, and you can see, like, a dead body in there. And then on the very top of the screen it says, mission accomplished! It cues...
flawless victory.
Yes, flawless victory. Then...
yeah, we did cause explosions, which the Red Dragons should have been happy about, but they're not happy about it.
Not when it was supposed to be incognito. If it wasn't supposed to be incognito, then yes, they might have been fine with it. There's a time for loud and a time for quiet.
Yeah.
I see no difference.
The camera, you get a shot of the damaged vehicle, and then the shot quickly transitions into a screen with a reporter reporting the events of the scene. Also throws in a small tidbit that there appears to have been a small, like, zombie outbreak at that airport terminal, but security says that they've got it all under control. And you guys decide that the best course of option is just to cut your losses and get the hell out before they can think about ways of disposing you. So you went over to the Void Guard, and you spoke with one of the recruiters, and he recruiters, and he was a guy who was wearing the most eccentric getup because he wanted to stand out from the rest of the crowd. And he told you that you need to be bold. You need to take risks that you otherwise wouldn't take, which is why you guys are all singing karaoke. And then we get like a small highlight reel of the best parts. It's like P24 goes completely robotic voice and goes, "I'll be your one-up girl." And then it switches over to Stumpy Dingus, and he goes, "Never gonna." Let me think. I know if there's a specific lyric I want to use. Never gonna give. I think it's probably just use the refrain. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around or desert you. And then, like, Stumpy Dingus catches a glimpse of a mirror, and, like, you can see, like, one of the bar attendants just kind of, like, spraying spray onto the mirror, and then it zooms in on the mirror as, like, the spray droplets start falling down, like it's crying, and then Stumpy Dingus has a realization. We have a flashback sequence of where Stumpy Dingus left the full body-length mirror on the ship, and he goes, "I'll be back for you." And then cue, like, Stumpy Dingus just completely forgetting about the mirror when they get to Eden trademark. And then you just have, like, an emotional breakdown on the middle of the stage, and you have to be escorted off.
Aww. Poor Stumpy.
You did roll a nat 1 on your charisma check last time.
It was an off day for him.
Yeah. And then we move over to Cuddles, and he goes, "Baby, baby, baby, oh, like baby, 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 no." And he goes, and it zooms in on his face, and he's got this, like, very unimpressed face. It's like, "I don't like doing this. Why are you making me do this?" And then we move, and then, last but not least, walks in Marcus the Butcher. It's like, he didn't sing last time, so we're just going to, well, I'll probably have, I'm not going to sing his song right now, I'm going to sing it when Eddie actually gets back. But, for right now, we'll just set the scene for the Butcher. The Butcher, like, he goes onto the stage. He goes onto the stage, like, this big badass in this, like, he's still wearing his full suit of armor with his helmet on. He hasn't taken it off yet. He's speaking through, like, an electric communicator. And, like, the air in the room just goes completely silent. And I should actually be playing a small theme. I might as well be playing a little bit of music in the background, because this is technically the opening cutscene.
So when you are you gonna? Is where gonna be your? Yeah,
So,
but you don't got it wrong.
the announcer says, "And get ready for the awe-inspiring performance from the next participants, I guess?
Yep.
The next participant, the Butcher. Tell me, Butcher, what song are you going to be singing today?" And it's like, the Butcher looks over to the hipster recruiter, and like, you can't see his face behind his faceplate, and he, like, leans close to the mic. He's like, he looks back at the hipster and he goes, well, I can't actually say it, but he says, but
To be honest with you,
He says,
the name of the
bleep,
song.
bleep.
The name of the song from this source of media or this artist. And although I can't actually say the actual name of the song so that Eddie doesn't hear it,
Oh, he's after me. He's after me.
you can see that everyone has a confused look on their face.
Oh my god.
And then... and then cue Butcher's performance. Cue Butcher's performance, and I'm just going to sing a different song.
I'm not yelling.
You know. Let's just sing a song that we were singing before. We're no strangers to love. Like, I imagine he's just got this full-on, like, really rough, gravelly voice. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I.
Beautiful.
And by the end of it, you just... By the end of it, hold on, I want to roll. What? How high is his charisma? It's probably negative. No, it's actually positive. Those are actually decent stats. And you hear a couple, like, claps. You're not sure if it's out of pity or if those are genuine claps. And then we look over to the party. And how are you going to react to the Butcher's performance?
Tearful clapping.
Yeah,
We're really into it.
Carlos just looks away. He's not impressed.
yeah, oh yeah, while he's singing, P24 just puts a color show, you know, all the lights on his body start doing different colors and stuff like that.
The Butcher isn't that important to listen to.
And, like, the recruiter goes, yes, yes, that's more like it. Just think, Butcher. It's like he's, like, got this communicator. He's got this communicator, and he gave a small communicator to the Butcher. He goes, yes, yes, this is more like it. He's setting up the scene for you, Butcher. Just relax. Just think that you're the prettiest princess in the entire world, okay? And Cuddles is just looking away. It's like, I can't look at the lowering amounts of masculinity Butcher is having to experience right now.
I'm just playing with a coin.
Tossing the coin up and down.
Yeah.
And then after Butcher's performance, he steps off the stage. He steps off the stage and rejoins the recruiter. Lord, he's good. And he says, good. Now I have to say, not everyone actually has the balls to go up there and, well, sing their hearts out despite having no experience and despite not being able to carry a tune at all. But you four are braver than most. You know, I wasn't actually serious about the karaoke night.
Wait, what? Cuddles just say, wait, what?
Yes, you see, the problem with new recruits like you people is that, well, you don't know how to loosen up. I could tell you, you all walk in here, stoic, stiff-faced, stiff upper lip, and acting all serious, but really, to be good at this job, you need to look like you don't have a stick shoved 5 feet up your ass. After all,
P24 says, I don't have an asshole.
it's an expression. It's an expression. Look it up on your Google matrix.
Moogle, you mean Moogle?
Yes, Moogle. Well, now that we've said Moogle, that's going to go into Final Fantasy trademark.
What?
That's a Final Fantasy monster.
Ah, I was just thinking
Moogle.
Moogle.
But, He says,
Googly.
here's a small lesson. Sometimes the best way to gather information is to get up close and personal. They might suspect you, they might not. It's high risk, high reward. After all, some of the closest operatives that you can possibly see, some of the best spies, can get up into positions of power, right under the noses of the people that they are supposed to be, right underneath the people that they are spying, keeping track of.
I see.
But I like your enthusiasm. You know what? I was thinking of what actual trial to throw at you. But I think that the best trial would be a trial by fire. So, I can give you your first assignment.
Oh my god, it's fun.
And remember, we generally don't like doing loud, expressive performances like the Red Dragons. But that doesn't mean that you can't fire a gun at all. If you're going to make a lot of noise, do it in a location where you won't either have very many witnesses or cause trouble with the local law enforcement. In other words, you might want to do it at the dead of night before anyone has a chance to respond. Or just pick a place. A junkyard. Something that doesn't have a lot of people.
Interesting.
This is your first assignment, and try not to screw it up. And he points at the television, and it's currently reporting the events of yesterday. How it's all a terrorist attack. There was a act of bioterrorism with the zombie outbreak, and they're currently searching for the perpetrators right now.
So what's our mission?
Your mission. Well, we'll start it simple. This isn't going to be related to well, we're not going to be doing anything against the other gangs as of yet. You see, there is a certain individual who hasn't sworn loyalty to any of the factions yet. And he's planning on backstabbing us and joining the Red Dragons. But, well, I want you to either take him out of the picture, or, better yet, restrict him, or better yet, what would the word be? Relieve him of his duties and responsibilities as the owner of a local brothel. This brothel, as you might imagine, it runs a fairly shady business. They don't even use... The prostitutes there don't even use protection. The reason being is that, well, human life, it's a good that can be purchased. And it's best to purchase them while they're young, and while they can't form long-lasting grudges or long-lasting vendettas. I want this place either put out of business or put under our control. And
I understand.
And the name of the brothel is the Lucky 7 Brothel.
I gotta need a bit more information than that.
That's your job. I gave you the basics, and now it's your job to gather the information. You need to be independent, and this is your first trial.
I understand. Hmm.
God, Freddy.
Oh, quick question. Are we gonna do the fate point thing?
Oh, right. Thank you for reminding me. Alright. Before we continue, who was the MVP last time? Was it P24 for blowing someone's head off and murdering the other dude? And blowing... like, firing his cannon twice? Was it Cuddles for disposing of the evidence and being away for a couple important encounters?
I made a zombie as well.
Yes. Or was it Stumpy, who really didn't have an opportunity to do that much?
I have no clue to give the MVP to.
Well, it goes that the MVP, like, who fucked up the most?
Who fucked up the least, maybe? That would probably be Stumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'll agree that Stumpy fucked up the least.
I can't. Yes, because you didn't have an opportunity to fuck up pretty much. Well, you did fuck up towards the end with the oil platform.
Yeah.
Okay. Pity MVP point goes to Stumpy.
Yay!
No one else deserves it, really, but Stumpy is the most deserving of it.
Who had the funniest RP moment last time?
That's a tough one.
P24 or Cuddles, I would say.
Cuddles made the zombie, and P24 completely blew your silent cover by firing the cannon twice.
Yeah.
This is a tough one.
Yeah, actually is.
What do you think, Stumpy?
Yeah.
Gosh. I say P24.
Okay. And who had the most memorable moment?
Well, all I know is that if you had to sing a Justin Bieber song,
Yes, Cuddles gets that one. No contest.
Alright, enough said. Everyone gets one.
The last one was so easy.
And now you actually
That
have
was
to
fun.
think. Alright. He's given you the location. It's going to be right past Little Nerdsville.
Here's a question, is that the same brothel we were at?
No.
Okay. How do I say that? Oh. Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
What do you guys think we should do for a plan for this?
Should we shop and get upgrades?
Do we have that much money?
well, I could sell 2 of my energy swords that I have.
Yeah,
They'll go.
yeah, I could sell them.
I have a bloodstained Yu-Gi-Oh card from the Nerdsville place.
Oh, that's another thing. If we go into the nerd place, we actually have to dress differently. Like, I don't know if they're gonna allow P24 to have different parts on him or paint him a different color so he doesn't stand out. Because right now he stands out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
Cuddles just have a cruel thought in his head and like, Stumpy, why don't you paint P24.
Why don't I paint him?
Yeah, different colors and stuff.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Make sure you do a suspended job.
Make a deception check if that is your plan.
Okay.
We'll see how good your paint job is for P24.
God, a natural 1.
Oh, please don't ruin it right now.
Did you roll, Steak?
Deception.
Yeah, deception.
Deception.
8.
I mean, he's a robot, and you're normally more... You are... Like, you look at the mirror all the time, but this is more for a living person. So you're not entirely sure how to, like, touch up a robot. So you just decide to... So, the very first thing you do is... You don't realize that the headpiece with the glowing lights is actually P24's eyes, and you accidentally, like, put paint right over his face, so P24 can't see for just a moment before he angrily yells at you.
Yeah.
Stumpy wasn't paying attention. He's like, whoops.
Clean up my sensor arrays.
Okay, Cuddle's coming in to do the work. He can't watch this anymore.
I mean, you could've... I mean, okay, we'll just have you assisting Stumpy, so roll another deception check. Steak.
Okay. Ah, there we go.
Alright. So now with Cuddles, the actually competent one at doing the job, probably doing most of the job in your stead,
Rude.
he paints a few lines onto... Cuddles looks at, like, looks online to see if he can find a robot that looks similar enough, and he just decides, he finds a picture of a design that looks somewhat similar to P24, and just adds in a few, like, signature lines to make him recognizable as that particular character. Although people will probably call you out for crappy costume design, who gives a shit? At least they're not calling you out as being a murderer.
I don't know which one hurts the most, though.
Don't worry, P24 has no dignity.
Alright.
Ouch.
And if you're selling things, the general rule is half the amount that item is worth.
Well, that rule is overridden by the background that Cuddles have. He could get either a 90% or 100% depending on...
Is that guaranteed or a
Depending.
chance?
No, it's guaranteed.
It's a permanent guaranteed effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
think
stop
it's
with 90.
gold.
Wait, is that
No,
an actual gambit?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a gambit, but his background gives him 90% chance of getting 90% of the value, and then if
Oh,
he
yeah,
uses full, yeah, if
I have
he uses, yeah. I forget what it's called. Let me look it up.
Yeah, I have it. You don't need to look it up.
Okay.
When dealing with other fringers.
Yeah, if he's dealing with other fringers, it's 100% sell rate.
Alright. So are you going to spend your first day just looking for a fringer or something? Or are you just going to sell it to the first merchant you find?
I said we should just sell it to the first person we find. I mean, 90% is pretty good.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's sell some things first, and then we try fool's gold on the last item.
Yeah, it'll be 2 energy swords, so that'll be 180 credits if we sell them both.
Yeah, Stumpy, you had something to sell?
No, I don't think so.
Stumpy needs a duelist sword.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that way, if we do have to fight, he could be up front and not use a gun to make noise, or if he gets a silencer on his gun.
Yeah, I have a silencer on my guns.
And Stumpy also needs to buy a separate pistol, because at level 3 he gets to use dual pistoling. So he's gonna be badass.
Ooh. Let's see. Yeah, let's search up seller.
No, did you need something?
Yeah, we're gonna fix a merchant. I'm gonna sell one sword for the 90, and then I'm gonna try full skulls.
Let's see. One action. Alright. I'm gonna GM roll the wisdom saving throw. GR.
That one counts. But first I'm gonna sell the first sword.
Okay.
And then so if he gets mad, at least we sold one sword.
Alright. Okay. What are you trying to say with your fool's gold? How are you trying to pitch this one? Like, you sell the first energy sword, and the second one probably almost looks exactly the same. And now pitch it.
Okay. You know, this to the normal eye seems like a normal energy sword, but this sword was once held by the one second. Do I know
The leader of the
any...
Tyrannic Raiders.
No, like, do I know, like, any, like, famous people?
I mean, you could probably, like, use some really big legends, but you wouldn't know, like, current famous people right now. You could, like, offhandedly mention, like, the leader of the American Federation of Earth, or something like that. Or maybe, like, a general or one of the local business, corporate CEOs of companies here.
Yeah, a general. Do I know any generals? I was a pilot for an army.
Well, you'd know, like, the general of the Federal American Fleet.
Yeah, what's his name?
I don't have a name. Let's just say that his name is Felix on Guard.
Felix on guard. This sword doesn't... I forgot the line I had.
Was held, his sword was used by
Felix Agar.
And
So
guard.
it's... This sword, energy sword, was held by one of the greatest generals on Earth. Its value raises by the hours.
And the merchant just looks at the sword, like he grabs it, looks it over, looks at you, and says, "I didn't realize that military issue also meant that they use cheap shit." And he tosses it back onto the desk.
He rolled over 14, didn't he?
He rolled so high. He actually got a natural 18 on that roll.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Can I sell that for its regular price?
You know, can I just sell the sword? Is that alright? Normal price?
Not 100%. I can tell you that much for a fact.
And let's make it 90.
Eh, sure, fine.
Let me, do we have a journal going on? I think we do.
Yeah, you do have the loot journal. I think it's in your handout section.
Okay, how much money did we get out of this?
180 credits. I'm gonna write that down in the journal.
Good.
Oh right. You're also going to be given a packet of 500 credits by the Void Guard in case you need to use it to buy bribes or services.
Okay.
Though if you decide to just take it and run, you can bet that they're probably going to come looking for you.
They were given by the what guard again?
Void Guard.
Void Guard. Okay. Let's head to... Was it at Nerdsville?
Yeah, we had to be
Little
careful when we
Nerdsville.
go through there.
Yeah. Anyone needs anything?
Well, I think since we're at the shop, see how much silencers go for, and
Didn't we buy them already?
no, we didn't. We talked about buying them, but we never bought them. Let me go to the price of the. I don't know how much. I don't know how much Dura put the silencers for.
I think I want to say that I said that there were 100 gold pieces each, or 100 credits each.
Oh, okay. So the noble sword will cost 25 credits. A pistol will cost 30 credits. I'll pitch in for Stumpy to get those 2 items with my credits.
Oh, sweet.
So that will be 55 credits out of mines before the 180.
I thought we bought them. At least I did.
Did you discount the money? Because I didn't. I didn't discount any money, and I don't think Stumpy did either.
I must have misremembered then. Didn't we buy before we went to this Void Guards?
No, we didn't. We went directly to the Void Guards.
I thought we bought them, but... Okay, then we have to buy some.
So, Stumpy, are you going to spend 100 credits for a silencer?
How much do they have any pistols to do?
Yeah, I bought you an extra pistol.
Okay, then sure I'll get the silencer.
Yeah. I don't have that much money, actually.
Yeah, we all don't have that much. I mean, I could pitch in and get another silencer so you could have 2 at level 3, but we have to wait till you're at level 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy 1 silencer. I've used 108 credits. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a silencer.
So, since we're 3 people...
I take that from my personal money.
Yeah. From the 180 credits, everybody gets 60 credits.
Okay, and I got 68. I bought a silencer now.
So, Stumpy, put in your item list, Noble Sword. And what you could do is just look for the rapier in the compendium and put that down. It's the same stats, just a different name.
Okay.
You know how to do that, or?
I'm trying to figure it out.
Can you go to the 3rd icon on the top right, and then go to items? Look for a rapier, then you just drag and drop it into your character sheet. Just make sure that your character sheet is on core, and you're gonna drag and drop it into where it says item name on the middle bottom of the items in equipment, and they will automatically put the weapon into your attacks and spellcasting.
Okay, so it's the pistol?
No, the pistol won't be there, but the you already have your pistol there, so all you need to do is just drop the rapier.
I have a rapier. I can tell you it's
Yeah.
a noble sword.
Yeah, it's just called a noble sword. You could change the name in the attacks and spellcasting area. I don't know if I have access to your page. I would have done it for you.
I can quickly just give you access if it speeds the process.
Yeah.
And controlled by Max. Okay, authorized.
Let me look for it. Yeah, I'll do this for you.
I just say I have an interesting attack called breaking. I can only use it against robots or cyborgs. Like P24.
I better make sure I don't get on your bad side then.
Is that...
Target is machine. Machine.
It was break-in or breaking?
Breaking.
Breaking. Like, literally just destroy.
Yep.
Weird, it's not letting me drag and drop the rapier.
Maybe they changed something, or maybe it's in the equipment section and it doesn't actually add the attack.
Well, it's saying a setting drop from compendium, which I'm, doing, letting it go, but it's not showing up. It doesn't matter, I know the whole...
Yeah. 1d8 plus dex. It's probably still just slashing instead of piercing.
It's piercing. It's still piercing.
It's still piercing? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just adding that right now, so it's dex. There we go. Okay, it's been placed in. Yeah, because once you hit level 3, Stumpy, all you need to do is just click pistol twice. You don't need to add pistol again.
Okay.
Okay, her page is done.
Good. Anything else you guys need? Or shall we continue?
I'm good.
Yeah, we're all good.
You're all good. Okay.
Oh yeah, let me add a silencer item to her sheet.
So how will the silencer work?
Essentially, for small firearms, you won't make so much of a noise that everyone within half a mile will hear this loud gunshot. Only people who are extremely close to you will hear like the small bullet coming out. Even then, they might just easily mistake it for, I don't know, something else.
It's a BB gun.
Yep. Keep in mind that those pistols do have limited range, so you can't snipe someone with them.
I know.
Yeah, it's up to 40 feet, so you still have to be close.
But for the purposes of going in silent, they will be perfect.
Yep.
I'm still.
That's why we all have some method of being silent.
Yep. The other method of being silent is to shove a sword into them.
Yep. That's P24's approach. Shove swords into things.
Alright.
Okay, so are we gonna go to Nerdsville, or are we actually gonna go around it to go to the brothel?
Isn't the brothel inside Nerdsville?
No, it's gonna be like after 1.
I would say as well go around it,
Just a second.
but
You guys can
it's
talk.
inside.
Okay.
I can give you the money. Well, I could probably just give you my credit card. I want me to just write a check? Do they take checks?
Yeah, blank checks. Your signature and then it checks.
Okay. I need to remember where I put it.
Right there. Come on. Don't take it off, sign. You have a copy, don't you?
So I'm just gonna sign down here.
Yeah, your signature. Hopefully they take that. They don't, I only have to put my credit.
They don't take Discover.
They do, but I just can't take yours. Because they need require signature and sometimes ID.
Okay. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Welcome back. We just heard you. We just witnessed you selling your soul.
Yeah.
Well, we need new tires for our car. And my parents are supposed to be technically retired, so it's kind of my job to be paying for it. It's like $200.
Okay.
Mm.
Alright, let's see.
We bought our silencer and stuff.
Alright, so, right past, so you're going to go directly to Lucky 7, right?
Well, we're gonna take the wrong route. If we could go around Nerdsville just to, you know, the butcher did a few things. So
It's actually,
Yeah.
like, Eden is literally like a planet of, is literally a urban planet. So if you're going to go around it, that's going to be quite the detour. You're going to be probably walking about half a day. Because Little
okay.
Nerdsville, although it might be smaller in comparison to other districts, is still pretty massive, because this is planet size we're talking about.
okay.
Okay.
So I guess we're gonna go discreetly through Nerdsville, and hopefully we don't bump into anybody who recognizes us.
Yeah. The nerd faction.
Okay. Are you going to try stealthing through, or are you going to try to just, like, put on some or put on some clothes and pretend you're someone else?
Yeah, we're gonna cosplay.
Okay. Cuddles and Stumpy, make your deception checks. Alright, alright.
We have to roll for the butcher.
Like, oh yeah. We'll just say that he's still gone.
Okay.
He's just still gone. He's still been banned by 4Kids Entertainment. We don't know when he's coming back in, but we're still making statements to corporate.
Mm.
But don't worry, he'll come back in eventually. So nothing that eventful happens, but the entire time you're walking, like, no matter what pace you were walking at, there was, like, these two middle-aged women right next to you, just kind of complaining about the conditions on Eden Trademark.
Why were they following us?
No, it's like, no matter your pace, it's like they are just right next to you. They're obviously talking to each other. Like, you speed up, they also speed up at the same time. Like, it's just a random event. They're not, it doesn't look like they are following you or anything.
Can I deception check that?
You can make your checks if you want.
Inside it.
Hindsight.
Your GM is a lying bastard. No. Let me see. So they're complaining about the conditions on the Eden trademark. Like, oh my god. It's like almost the third day in the row that the sun almost went out in the sky. Can't they keep this biodome stable anymore? And we almost... And did you hear about the global... Did you hear about the global darkening? They hear that the smoke is beginning to fill up the skies, and now our holograms are going to look slightly grayer than normal. Isn't it terrible? And the artificial plants, what are we going to do about them?
I'm just gonna stand in front of them like, ladies, why are you following us?
Why don't you mind your own business? God, the people these days.
Let's
did
just
you
take
say?
a tour to the left.
What did you say?
I'm telling you that you youth have no respect or manners for your elders.
And what are the elders saying stalking the younger?
We are not
faster we
stalking.
walk, the faster you walk.
Oh, are these
You're
people right
following
behind
us.
you as well also stalking you? I didn't realize that everyone were sexual predators just like you.
Stumpy kind of pulls him away. Alright, let's go.
Cuddles
Let's go.
really wanna kill them.
Keep in mind you're on the street, filled with people.
Like,
Yeah, we could just wait till they go away.
but I know they want something.
You can't just shoot them and make a dash for it. It's totally possible. You might get away with it, you might not. Just be prepared to face the consequences.
We could just look for motorcycles and play a children's cards game.
That DB bridge reference.
Yeah, let's just...
Let's just stay put for a bit and see if they just walk away.
Yeah, let's go for a drink.
Cuddles. I'm gonna offer you a
Yeah.
fate point. I want you to break out of Stumpy's grip and sucker punch that middle-aged woman.
Oh yeah.
Gosh.
Keep in mind that there might be consequences.
I'm gonna roll, and then I'm gonna see what I do. If I get high, I won't do it. I'm gonna roll intelligence for this. If Cuddles is smart enough, he won't do it. If he's stupid enough. Okay, what should the limit be? 10, 12?
You can
Yeah,
set up
go
your
on.
own DC since this is for you.
Okay, let's say 10.
Okay.
If it's 10 or over, he won't do it. He will resist because he knows its consequences. If it's lower, he will do it. Okay,
Set the scene for
do
us.
I gotta... Should I roll for get out of Stumpy's grip or...
Yeah, I'm holding tight. I'm not letting go.
Okay, both of you make an opposed athletics check. Oh.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stumpy
I'm
strong.
I'm just trying to, like...
It's like
Let me go!
you make a swing at the middle-aged one, but Stumpy pulls you back, so you just end up hitting air. It says, "Let me go! I need to show. I need to give her a piece of my mind."
I'm gonna show her what real youth do to old ladies that's nagging them.
No. Right now. Calm
You
down.
And the middle-aged one goes, "You see?" Points at you. No manners whatsoever, no respect. Just a delinquent, just like the rest. What are parents teaching their kids these days? You see? You see, and like they're like trying to tell everyone in the crowd, and they're just not giving a shit, just kind of walking forwards, minding their own business. This is what society has come to.
Okay, I'm
yelling
trying to
over
pull
everyone.
him away so we can just leave this area.
I'm just saying, I just shrug you off. Let's get out of here. Walking in the wrong direction because I'm so mad.
Over here, Cuddles.
What?
This way.
Okay.
P24 is just staying quiet about all of it. He's absorbing information.
Cuddle's temper can get wild sometimes.
If Butcher was there, I definitely would have given him the... I would have tried to get him to punch them.
Yeah, Cuddles doesn't like to be insulted.
Alright. But after dealing with the bitch queens, you finally make it to the Lucky 7 brothel.
Are they still following us?
No.
Okay.
They're basically complaining to the crowd now.
Beautiful.
Alright. You could...
Is there any people outside?
Yeah, there appears to be like a few bouncers up at front.
Oh yeah, I mean like normal people that we could talk about the information.
Oh yeah. The place seems a little bit more rundown than others. You do see like a couple people scavenging in the garbage bins. You do see like some people kind of loitering outside. A couple delinquents.
I walk up to one of them and asking like, "Hey, what you doing?"
Which ones? A delinquent? A guy rummaging through
Garbage
trash?
bin.
Okay. The man has a ragged little cap. He's wearing like this big baggy jacket that he's probably worn for years. Like just walking right up to him, you can already smell the stench. He's got this wild, slightly graying hair. And he looks up at you. He's got like these fingerless gloves, and he's holding in his hands like a bunch of aluminum cans. And he looks. What did you ask again?
Hey, what you doing? Like with a calm voice, like.
And he
I'm
looks
not
up
here
at
to
you.
cuss.
He looks up at you and says, "I'm trying to survive on this hellhole of a planet. What's it to you?"
Ah, interesting. You know, I'm kinda new to town. Could you tell me a bit more about this establishment we are close to? What was the name of it again?
Lucky
Lucky
7
Seven.
brothel.
Lucky 7 brothel.
Yeah? I can tell you all about it. Yeah, I can tell you all about it. But, you know, my time is a little limited. Perhaps you could spare some credits?
P24 spares 5 credits out of his pocket.
Yeah, he takes it. He takes it and goes, "Thank you. Alright. You want me to tell you about the fine establishment? There's quite a history to go on about this establishment, and I don't think I have time to go through the entire history of it. What do you want to know? Current events? Reputation?"
Current event, I would say. What do you guys think?
Well, I think reputation is a good too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think reputation is good. We could get more information out of that.
Well,
I'm gonna use the bathroom quick.
We already know about some of the current events, so...
yep. But there could be other current events that you could learn from this guy.
I know.
But he says,
Good.
a reputation, eh? Well, this is a pretty shady place. It's where, although you might be able to find a fine woman here, they're cheap as shit and they might be laden with STIs, sexually transmitted infections. At least that's what the college told me that everyone should be saying it instead of STD. They are pretty much just above the bottom of the barrel. Not quite the bottom of the barrel, but pretty low down there. I doubt security gives two craps what happens here. Hell, I don't even think that they've got a properly... I don't even think they've got proper locks to some of their doors. You might be able to just kick them open.
I'm back.
Interesting.
I have peered inside a couple times. Tell me you don't want to know what I've seen. That shit doesn't look pretty. But that chest sitting there in the manager's office, it does look pretty damn pretty.
Oh. Cuddle shines with dollar signs in his eyes. Ooh.
No stealing.
No, you could steal if you want. If you wanted to relieve him of his duties here, you could just straight up hand over the deed to the recruiter.
Okay, security's kinda shit here. The doors could easily get kicked in. But I think I have an...
You could also tell
fine
you about
idea.
current events as well.
I could?
Well, yeah. Keep in mind that this is your last question before he says, yeah, I'm out of time.
Isn't anything more we wanted to know?
Well, current events probably could give us an idea of what's going around the place, what we might be dealing with. So I think it's a good question to ask.
Agreed. It's decided.
Well, up until a week ago, they were having some construction work. They were having some construction work on this site. Apparently one of the floors fell through, so they needed to patch up the hole. Though I'm not sure what was louder, either the whores inside or the construction workers going at it. Probably both, to be honest. Either way, the construction claws discarded one of the blueprints to this place in a nearby bin.
Oh.
You should search the bins.
Do you happen to know which one?
How much is that information to you? Because for all you know, it could be gone.
It's not big, but it would be nice to know.
You're just asking it for free? He's asking for a price.
Give him 10 credits for it.
Yeah, 10 credits for it to him.
Okay. Alright. He happily takes the 10 credits, and he, motions you to follow him. Goes to one of the trash cans, right behind, and he says, This right here, this is the manager's office. See these blue-tinted windows? These, for the most part, these blue-tinted windows are generally, they're generally the places that you're not allowed to look into, because they're either prostitutes at work, or, the manager's office itself. But the white-tinted ones, they don't really, those are more for the public area stuff. And, Right here, in this metal bin, is where they discarded the floor plans for this place. And alright, just give me a moment. Because I needed to change one thing. Actually, a couple things now. Just a second. Alright. Not particularly big, but yeah, not particularly big. But this is the general gist of it. You aren't entirely sure what's what, but it's probably easy to guess what's what.
Yeah, the blue doors are...
The blue ones are windows. Basically, the smaller boxes are all windows. The blue tinted ones are windows in the private areas, and the white windows are the ones in the public areas. The doors aren't marked, it's basically just like a big white void.
I think this is the manager's office. If everyone can see.
Yeah.
If you hold down Shift and left click, it moves everyone over.
Okay.
How are we gonna approach this?
I was thinking a funny way, probably not the most efficient way, but come there as businessmen wanting to put one of our associates in there, cough Stumpy. So
Okay.
so we could be like bit trying to take over, but like say we got better stuff than you do, leave. What do you guys think?
I'm not entirely sure if that would work. You could get Stumpy to try to work at the place, but unless you've
that's
got
what I
the
was thinking.
upfront
Yeah,
money,
I was
you can't
thinking
kick him
that.
out.
And then I can slowly rise through the ranks and become a manager myself. Haha.
Or you could wait until the manager's back is turned and then break into the office.
Yeah. Cuddles will give you all the mirrors if you get that chest.
Ooh.
What do you think, P24?
Well, I'll be there as a bodyguard. I mean, I could just say that I protect Stumpy. See if they keep me in there.
And I am her manager. We can tell she has already been to a few strip clubs, and then we mention her past experience. I think that sounds like a solid plan to me.
Yeah.
I'm very experienced. Alright, let's do this.
Yeah, we could just say that the nerds go all over Stumpy.
Oh, that's right. Do I have a reputation?
Could you repeat that, Steak?
Do I have a reputation now?
Not at the moment. I mean, some of the guests might be able to recognize you. I've seen that dick somewhere before.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I need a remix.
Alright.
Oh,
Isn't that the plan?
Yep, we'll approach the manager
Yep.
offering Stumpy.
Alright. Are you guys going to cast off your disguises and wear your normal attire right now, or are you just going to go in with your disguises on?
I'm gonna look more a bit like a businessman.
You're going to take some time to prep?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I look professional, I know what I'm doing.
No, to be fair, some of the guests also look a little bit professional.
Yeah, no, so I can blend in with that.
Alright.
I have my actor and my protection, P24.
Alright, Stumpy. It's probably more important to ask you, how are you gonna dress up?
Well, he's already in a cat suit. So I think he's pretty well prepared for any
Alright.
circumstance. So I think, yeah, he'll stick to the cat suit. Taking off any extra disguises.
Alright.
Sounds
The
good.
bouncer... Alright. So you walk up to the Lucky 7 brothel. The bouncer... you get into a small line. And the bouncer stops you and says, ID, please.
Oh, have you ever heard of Stumpy Dingus?
I ain't heard nothing about your Stumpy Dingus.
He's a beautiful performer, and I would love to see him on your stage.
He's keep in mind he's just gonna totally misunderstand. He's going to assume that you're talking about yourself. He goes, well, I mean, I don't want. I mean, work at a brothel, but I don't want your Stumpy Dingus. No.
It's that dude. I was pointing at Stumpy.
What? You want to give me his Stumpy Dingus? What? Don't you think I see enough Stumpy Dinguses around this place?
His name is Stumpy Dingus.
Well, who the hell would name their son Stumpy Dingus?
In some cultures, it's very flattering. I'm sure.
I'm sure I heard something about Native Americans naming one of the most famous war chiefs Crazy Horse, but this is a whole nother level.
Can't do this.
So, and he leans in close and goes, so does he actually have a Stumpy Dingus? Or is that... does he live up to his namesake?
Oh god, I can't. I did. I don't know what to answer.
I just kind of wink and say, why don't you find out for yourself?
And he goes,
P24.
no thanks.
Yeah, P24, he leans in and says, it grows 10 times its size.
Oh my god.
But that doesn't answer the original question. Is it actually Stumpy? Does it live up to its namesake, and is it actually Stumpy to start off with?
Oh, I don't think you'll be disappointed.
It's like he takes a second, thinks over it, and goes, alright, so you essentially want to have your prostitute work here. Alright. Just give me a moment. I'm sure the manager might have some thoughts to say about that. Alright.
Of course.
So he leaves you out through. He leaves you to your business at the front door. Is there anything you'd like to do at this time?
Um,
Put some makeup on Stumpy Dingus. Make him look good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just polish up.
And a couple minutes later, a balding man comes out. He is dressed basically like in this purple pimp suit. And he goes,
Oh, God.
okay, so my bouncer wanted me to see your stumpy dingus?
Yes. 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 Here we are.
So, what exactly do you have going for yourself? Because you said you have stumpy dingus, but you need to compensate it for other, more desirable factors.
Oh, darling, I can dance.
Oh,
I can
he was
perform.
referring to, Cuddles.
What I have.
Yes, because he has misunderstood the situation, just like the bouncer.
no, I'm not Stumpy Dingus. He is, and then I point at Stumpy.
You want me to see his stumpy dingus?
No, his name is Stumpy Dingus.
Is that his show name? What's his real name?
Stumpy Dingus.
And like he just has the most confused look on his face. And he is morbidly curious.
Yeah. So P24 just says if you want him to perform right here, right now.
Oh no, I need a big audience. I need a proper audience.
Well, you're only going to be performing for one person, so I hope that you're fine with that crowd.
Yes. I won't disappoint.
Now, if you don't mind, we're going to have to go and see the goods. But before I purchase you, before I let you grace our presence with your stumpy dingus, we're going to need to see how stumpy it really is.
Oh my gosh. Okay, do I have to make a roll or something?
Make your charisma check.
Don't roll a 1 now.
Oh lord. Okay. Well, I mean, it can't change size based on the charisma check.
Yeah, but
So
he's
it's just
checking
being
out
a
everything else
presentation.
about you, whether or not you're good enough. You have a good enough body that he thinks you'll be good for business.
That's a charisma save.
Oh wait, charisma.
I think it's still effectively the same thing. It's the same modifier.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, same modifier.
Okay.
He looks you up and down and goes, I've seen better.
Wait, hold on. I need the sound effects. Team, help me.
You start unzipping your cat suit.
Okay. I start, like, come on, provide me with some sound effects or something. P24, play some mood music.
P24 starts playing mood. Like really that 70s porno music.
Can I do it with advantage?
Cuddles, what do you have to say? How can you market to him? If you can successfully market to him, then I'll give advantage.
Alright, give me a second, okay. Just gotta recover from the earlier part.
No, that was your fault. You should have back.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna say the performance he did on the other club and tell him the miraculous thing he did.
Uh,
Yeah, I have that.
You're gonna tell him about the story where it grew 10 sizes.
Yes.
You're telling me that stumpy thing can grow 10 sizes? Roll with advantage. Cause I ain't seen it. And I've seen
You
many
believe
in
it?
my days. More than I'd like to admit to.
Roll with advantage.
And just like that one, it's very much a sad excuse.
Do I roll?
Yeah,
Yeah.
roll charisma.
Oh my god.
Use your fate. Use your fate point.
Okay.
You're re-rolling your dick size again, and you
I
didn't
freaking-
succeed.
Oh my gosh.
You should have just used your fake point to auto succeed.
Oh, can
No,
I do that?
I'm not going to do that for auto success. Nah,
Okay,
I'm
I'll
sure-
just pass my fake point to
let me just double check.
Stumpy Dingus and hope he gets a better roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So the original plan was that it would expand 10 times and then suddenly go limp. But now it grows 10 times. And goes, not bad. Muscles could use a little
Maybe
bit of
not
work
bad.
though. I mean, they're gonna be disappointed when you unzip those plastic muscles off. And then, well, you're not really the peak of human perfection.
Hey, these babies are authentic.
Yeah, authentically disappointing.
Stumpy's offended. Maybe I won't perform for you then.
He
What
has
did
a
you say?
mysterious body.
I'm like, he said nothing. He said nothing.
Maybe he might not have real muscles, but he has a
I
good
have
looking
a real
physique.
heart.
No, you have a good looking physique still. Like you just look just serious. You know, you have skinny toned muscles. You're just not bulky.
And he looks at you, Cuddles, and goes, alright. First, before I give my answer, how much is he? What's
You
the
mean
pay
what?
cut? What's the pay cut, or what's the down payment, or whatever?
Mm, I would say 50-50.
50-50 of all proceedings goes to me. Or goes to me, goes
Yes.
to you. Alright. Are we going to be liable for him, or are you going to be liable?
I'm liable for him.
Good, good. If he causes any ruckus, then any fines are gonna go straight to you. But that's with the benefit of him finding work. I believe
Indeed.
we can set something up. And
As do I.
he goes to his back room. Like, you guys are probably, like, in the main waiting room, and he goes to the manager's office to go fetch, like, a piece of paper to make a contract with. Is there anything you'd like to do at this point?
Okay, what was our option of? Can we just kill him and get stuff?
No, we shouldn't do that.
If
We
you
should
wanted,
try
you
to
could
work
just kill him. You got silencers. You could just pop a
I
couple
know,
in his
but
head.
I'm wondering our options were again.
You could just break into his safe. You might have been able to just break in through the window, although it might have taken some work to get through the window without, like, making that much sound. You could have Stumpy infiltrate from the inside, if you want. And then you can think of a few other ways that I'm not gonna say. Those were the ones I already outlined.
Yeah. I'm
Let's
gonna
kill him.
try. Let me try to get to the manager's office with Stumpy. Later on. We gain his trust. I'm like, We just want to have a check and then we kill him in there. We earn some money at the same time.
Keep in mind that Stumpy might get an ST and an STI.
Oh!
Remember, it's not protected.
Hold up. Oh, well, they won't know that. I've got my cat suit on. They can't.
This isn't
It
stripping,
includes
this is
protection.
full on.
Let's ask to sign a contract in the manager's office.
He goes, alright, I don't see a reason why. Come here, you go. And the bouncer, like, follows along with him. And both you and everyone goes into the manager's office.
Okay, I'm gonna do one thing. Actually, I just gotta see before we get in there. Can I use that thing? Oh shit, where was that gambit? I had like hide weapon gambits.
I think we should just, wait till it's a certain time where he leaves and have Stumpy enter and try to take the lead.
I'm thinking of the welfare of Stumpy at the moment.
Well, if Stumpy does it on the first day, there's a chance that he might not have any, like, visitors. Only a chance, though.
I know. It will be less money from other places.
Yeah, because we had to do this discreetly, so...
Yeah, that's true. But we could just like throw our weapons in there with our silencer and swords and just cut them up.
Now that I think about it, you had your weapons on you the entire time. I'd imagine they probably would have been, like, almost all of them should be easily, should be readily apparent, and they would have told you to set those things outside or in a bin somewhere.
Yeah.
P-24 does have some hidden weapons on him. But as for, like, any people with rifles or pistols or anything like that, if they can't be concealed, then they would have asked you to put them in a bin.
But did I forget to put that in?
Yeah, but I think it's
pistol.
the hand pistol that you could conceal.
Yeah,
Not
my
regular
hand pistol.
Okay, you can take those along. You just can't take a shotgun in there.
Yeah, I have my mini pistol.
Okay. Mini pistol can be concealed. P-24 has his weapons. Stumpy, do you have any concealed weaponry? And does the mini pistol specifically have a trait that allows it to be concealed?
No, it should. I had.
Can I sneak in a pistol? Or both pistols?
Make a stealth check. Control F. Mini
So when you get tired, it's the same pattern.
It doesn't say anything.
Well, it's
Oh, it provides
But I
advantage
think-
when attempting to hide it. So, make a stealth check with advantage. Make stealth check with advantage on Cuddles. And I'm gonna do normal one.
That was horrible.
Alright. Keep in mind these are pretty crappy guards, so you easily slip it right past him.
come here.
Okay. So both those get past, and P-24 already has a bunch of concealed weaponry. So if you don't
Oh
mind
no, what happened?
putting whatever isn't already hidden on your person back, should be fine.
Yeah.
I don't.
So should we... It's not a lot of people in here, and we have silencer and a closed door.
I don't know. I think we should try the infiltration thing first. We could always come back later and try to make negotiations with them. Like maybe to a point where he trusts us enough to be alone with us without a bouncer.
But it's not a good bouncer, so it shouldn't be that
Yeah.
tough.
You never know.
If we all shoot at him at the same time, he's probably dead. I can throw a nade as well.
That will make a lot of noise.
Yeah, I know. We can shoot him.
I'm not sure. I got this bad feeling about it.
You wasted.
It's true,
I think
but
whatever route we choose is going to be a disaster, so it's like, which one will be the most effective disaster?
I'm just thinking about Stumpy here. It wouldn't be a good reputation if he gets a disease.
He'll just make all the ladies faint before anything happens.
You'd also have 2 dead bodies
Yeah.
to dispose of.
Yep. That's the problem if we kill.
I don't have I would be able to hide them if I had the level 3
Well,
spell slot.
well, keep in mind that it's in a safe, and Stumpy Dingus is proficient with security tools. So there's a high chance that Stumpy could actually get stuff without the need of killing anybody.
Hmm. Okay, let's go with that for now.
Okay. So he writes out the contract for you to sign. And the thug is kind of like watching all of you at the same time, especially P24, because he suspects that you might have all sorts of dangerous weaponry, since you're the bodyguard.
Yeah.
Okay. And you just sign it. It's basically the exact same stuff that you had just spoken about on that contract.
Hmm. It's nothing that's like holds Stumpy to this place or...
No.
Okay.
In the contract, it does recognize that you have full liability over Stumpy, and technically they, yeah, essentially that. You still have control over Stumpy.
Okay. I sign it.
Alright.
Remember, Stumpy, if something happens, use a lot of hand sanitizer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you both sign on the dotted line, and he opens up the contract paper, and there was another piece of paper right behind it, so that whatever he had written would be also written on the back of, copied on the back of that other paper, and he hands the duplicate copy to you. Alright. And if that is anything, then I bid you good day. And Stumpy, we have much work to do. Your first day is probably going to start tomorrow. For now, we'll get you oriented with this place.
Cool. Can't wait.
Is he gonna put the contract somewhere?
Yeah.
Could I do an investigation check to where he's gonna put it at?
He's most likely going to put it in the chest, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to use it while there's people watching him.
Oh, okay.
For right now, he just orders the paper, and he allows you to leave. In fact, he's kind of
Okay.
waiting for you to leave so he can put the contract away and access his safe.
Okay, so we all leave.
Yeah.
And then there's 8 generators.
Okay. You hear like a couple buttons pressed and like a wheel being turned, some metal clanging, and like a safe vault opening. And the thug shows you
Good.
right back out the door.
Okay.
Except for Stumpy, who is going to be staying.
Yeah, could I have recorded the sounds just in case?
What's that?
See if it could be mimicked.
Make a... Just roll a 1d20 to see if you were quick enough. Because it might have just started. Okay. You have some of the... You have like half the button presses. You didn't realize it until halfway through and then immediately clicked on the recorder.
Okay.
So if you want to recreate it, you at least have part of the second half.
Yeah.
So that would be probably... yeah. I'd say probably a plus 5. But anyway...
Yeah.
But anyway, you two are out at front, and Stumpy, you get shown around in the back. And they show you... Yeah, they have a bunch of, like... There is basically bare bones in the ways of privacy here. Like, there's a big circular beds, and then there's, like, this big curtain that's dividing all of these different, like, rooms. With only a small... With only a little bit of a... Only very little room to walk around. And you get shown to one of the prostitutes and she goes, "Oh, darling. You're gonna love it here." It's like, she's probably smoked like 30 packs a day. Her voice is just incredibly... Like, it's so deep and distorted. You're gonna love it here.
Thank you.
What have we done?
Don't worry. You probably won't get an STI within the first month. Probably. There's only I'd say a 50% chance for every single month to get an STI.
That's encouraging.
Of course.
He's just like
Of course.
kind of toddling around awkwardly, trying to avoid most of the shadier types. Or just the weirder types.
Well, you don't have to worry for now, because this isn't your first day. You're getting oriented with the place. And the prostitute, like, she walks you around. I had just described it, and she says, "So, how are the goods, Mr. Little Dick?"
Good? They're good, yeah.
You don't sound
Yeah.
very confident. I guess that catsuit really does compensate for everything, huh?
Just nerves. First day nerves.
Alright, I'm just joking
I'll be
with
ready
you.
soon. He's like trying to gather himself.
Like, it stinks. It stinks in here. You can see, like, bins of... Here, you can just see, like, bins. Some of the patrons actually bring their own, like, protection. You just see bins of these used, disposed condoms. And the stench in here, like, the garbage man probably needs to get whipped because he needs to do his darn job. There's so many overflowing garbage bins. You can see some needles here and there. It's like, You probably don't want to go anywhere near them. Some of the sheets looked a bit unwashed, and the curtains, they've got, like, some stains on them.
Poor Dingus. What did we get him?
Oh god. I don't want to do this.
I knew
but
we
I'm
should
gonna
have
roll.
killed him in that room.
Okay. I'm not gonna go there.
Do I have any sort of radio or to?
That's what I was thinking. Also,
Yeah,
we
you,
still have the headset.
you should
'cause we
still
had-
have like a small communication device that you can just pop on and pop off whenever
Okay.
you like. You don't have much in the way of privacy here, though. You probably have to walk out the back door or front door or something. Because there aren't very many walls dividing everything.
Yeah, for now I'm just turning it on at certain areas when she's describing things, so that they can hear what the description of the room is, or stuff like that.
Fuck. Then I'm going to do that. So over the radio, Cuddles and P24, you hear all about the design of the rooms. Like, there isn't much in the way of privacy. There's basically minimal amount of rooms here. And then you hear, like, she... Oh, fucking hell.
God.
She says, "This is where I normally work. You see this stain right here?" And it just, and Stumpy just has like this very uncomfortable look on his face. And both P24 and Cuddles both have their very uncomfortable look in their face as she just goes on about her memories of every single stain on a fucking curtain.
He turns the radio off.
I'm like, the fuck? What is wrong with this place?
You'll have many memories here, darling. Ones that you'll never forget.
Okay. Yes. Can't wait.
Alright, but she finally leaves you and goes off to smoke another pack of cigarettes. What would you like to do?
Look around for basically just seeing anything that'll come in handy, or anything valuable, or any like escape routes.
Okay, make a perception check.
Oh my gosh.
Low roll.
It's just today is a bad rolling day.
I mean, at the very least, you know that you could probably exit out the windows, but they have a little bit of bars attached to them, so you'd need something like an energy sword to just cut right through it, or you need to use a lot of force and just break them. They don't look particularly sturdy, but they are meant to keep people from breaking in.
Okay.
You should radio us that information, and we could try to loosen up one of them.
Yeah.
One of the
I'll
windows.
my thing. Basically just like relaying everything I see.
What did you want to do?
I'm like communicating on the radio with everything that I see.
Like, oh, these windows have bars on them. That's interesting.
Mm.
It's like discreetly saying the things to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think as long as you're not like planning out your assault route over the radio, you'd probably be fine just like giving them tidbits of information.
Like, I would look at Cuddles and I said, we should walk around the premises and see which window has the least amount of protection.
Mm.
Okay.
Something that we could help stop the escape once he does the deed.
Alright. Make an investigation check. The bars are on the inside and not the outside due to that low roll. You can't exactly see them. Like, if you go lean up right next to the window, you can see through that really dark tint and see the bars. Unfortunately, you can't actually access them. Originally, they were supposed to be outside, but since I hadn't declared it yet, we'll declare that they're inside due to that low investigation roll. You could, like, open up the window, or have Stumpy open them up from the inside, and then you could work on the bars. It's just, you need to be careful which windows you work on, because the bouncer's still out front and he might, like, look at you suspiciously if you're gonna try something near the windows.
Yeah, we have to probably check the back windows and see which one would be the best, where the bouncers aren't seen.
I don't think anyone would be really at this side. It's the back side. Yeah, we probably have to wait until Stumpy gets on his first day.
Or night, you know, we could try to see if he can go into the room at night.
Yeah, say he doesn't have a home, so he can sleep inside.
Or he's just looking for the manager, in case if he's inside.
Yeah.
Up to you, Stumpy. You're the one who's calling the shots. They gave you some ideas.
I can. Well, if it's gonna be suspicious, right? For P24, could I still open them right now?
Yes.
From the inside, and then P24 can come in and, or can work on them whenever free.
Which window do you want to open, or which windows? The more windows you open, the more suspicious it's going to look. You could
I
open
can
all
just
of them
pretend
anyways.
that I'm like gagging. Well, I mean, I already sort of am gagging because of all the smoke and everything, the bad smells. Which window is like, I guess.
I would say this one up north.
That's a blue window. You might not be allowed to access there.
I know.
Plus, it's next to a door. I think white window over here.
It still counts. Stay backwards.
Well, you could do a blue. You can open up a blue window if you want. The bars are mainly around those blue tinted windows.
Yeah, if we take this, then we have a distance of. Yeah, it's like 200 feet to get to the manager's room from this window.
Okay.
It's more.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Or we could no. Here is the entrance. No,
Yes.
it wouldn't make that big of a difference, actually.
So the ones with the white, just the regular white windows, don't have bars.
Yeah.
No. The ones with blue windows do have bars.
Okay. What about? What is it? Shift click?
Yeah. Shift, hold down left mouse.
You don't need to do shift. You only need to hold down.
But this is
Okay,
to,
put those-
well, at least for me, for the GM, I can redirect you over there. You guys might not be able to, but at least I can do that.
Okay. What about the one that's facing the wall instead of facing the door?
That one could work as well. Then we will have to run less than 200 meters to get to the door.
Hmm. And it would be a little less visible from the door. People couldn't immediately see that it was open.
Yeah, that would actually be a bit better one.
Okay, I'll do that one.
Yeah. Then we just have to sneak through with our mad sneaking skills.
Would anybody close it immediately, or could I like open it and then leave it for a while?
You can just open it and leave it. Most people probably wouldn't bat an eye.
Okay, yeah, and then the other guys can just come in whenever it's easiest for them, I guess.
Yep. You can just open up
Yeah, and yes.
open it up just a tiny bit so it looks closed to a normal observer. And then you can just force it open later on.
Yeah. That's what I'll do.
Alright. So is that everything you wanted to do before, just before nighttime, when the place closes down?
By the way, does this place... Can I check if it got alarms or anything?
Are you gonna be a patron? Because I think Stumpy's the only one who can actually check for the alarms.
yeah,
Can I
that's
look for
true.
cameras and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah. Anything that might trigger an alarm, cameras, like trespassing alarms.
Should I roll?
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Okay. You didn't know about it at first, but when the manager goes into his manager's office, you hear him go, "Oops," and then you hear, "Brr, brr, 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 brr." Ah, crap. And now I have to turn it off again. Where's that damn button? It's right here. Click. Beep, beep. But other than that, it doesn't seem like there's any other cameras or any other trip, like anything that would be trigger an alarm if you trespassed.
Only in the office.
Yes.
I don't think anyone will be here at night, and we only need to steal the things they own. And maybe kill him.
We could just kill him for fun, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Keep in mind your decisions will affect your reward at the end.
He said we could kill him, but...
You can.
But if we have no need to kill him, we don't really have to kill him.
Oops, I was muted. Since there is an alarm, that could be probably hacked with security tools.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was thinking the same.
Now that I think about it, Snumpy is the one that's proficient with them. You do notice a terminal in near one of the work areas. It's actually right next to one of the beds, and it's right on the opposite side of the wall. To the manager's office, right over here in this corner. And there is a big curtain that you can move over to obscure you.
And I can try and hack it.
You could.
Is it busy right now?
Yeah, it is a little busy. I mean, it was stinking in here before you got in here. So they probably do have a lot of guests.
Better
I'll
to
wait
do
and
it.
like blend in. I'll start trying to
Learn the
my
layout. Yeah, learn the
soon-to-be
layout of the whole
coworkers.
place.
Okay. It's near closing time. Business has begun to slow down. And now you have your opportunity.
Okay.
Roll
Would
your
that
security
be
tools.
hacking? Or where is it?
It'll be security tools.
In this case, we're going to use intelligence. That's using your intelligence stat, right?
No, it's using dexterity, but it'll be -3. Their intelligence is a +3.
I'm pretty sure I ruled that in this case it would be intelligence due to hacking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's it'll be a 17 instead of a 20.
17 instead of a 20. Okay. Alright. You're given access to the trip alarm, and you notice that there are a couple other options that are inside the terminal. One of the options also has access to the safe's lock. The safe's lock in the manager's office. Another
Okay,
one
I'll-
affects the button that he can press to call local law enforcement.
Can I just disable all of them?
I'll say that for every single thing that you want, you are currently in the system. But I'll say make another security tools check and I'll tell you how many you can disable. You can disable
19.
2.
Okay, what were the options?
Call the police, the trip wire, or the trip alarm, and the safe.
Okay, the safe and calling the police, I suppose.
Okay. But you're gonna leave the alarm?
Yeah, but that wouldn't alert anyone outside the building necessarily, right?
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't call police or anything.
No.
Yeah, that's fine.
It might have called local law enforcement, but you disabled that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Well, if that's the case, the security window, the window that's in the back where the office is at night, we could try to tamper with that after Stumpy opens it. I could just use my energy sword and cut the bars, get Stumpy out of there.
Well, they probably won't let Stumpy sleep here. They probably want you to go back to your own home.
But Stumpy can say she doesn't have a home. No,
Tough
that
shit,
wouldn't be good
sleep.
actually.
Tough shit. Sleep at the side of the road, then.
Bribe him with money. We got 500 credits to bribe him.
Why would
I left the window open, so we can just come back later.
Yeah, but still, if we could bribe and you could stay in there, it'll be for us to work out a escape route.
Yeah, that's true.
That might arouse suspicion.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really normal to ask if you could sleep at your place of work.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
Well,
seem
you
to-
tell them you have nowhere to go.
I mean, they don't
It's
seem to
true.
care about their employees at all. Like,
Yeah.
if they're getting diseases and everything, infections. I can just come back through the window.
Yeah, we have the windows open.
Have you guys settled on that course of action now?
I could
Mm.
try and prop open like a second window, possibly. No, I think the first one will work. Yeah. I'm radioing everything to the other people, like exactly what I'm.
Well, you have to do it discreetly. You have to talk.
Okay, then I can do obscure code where it's like,
My God, these bars look sturdy.
Or I'll just save it till I get out. Yeah, I'm good, I think.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, sounds good.
As you're beginning to head out, you hear click, you hear tunk. Man, who left that open? Better keep all these shut. I wonder if some idiots left another window open.
Oops.
Oh boy.
It's fine. They don't have bars, and they don't have an automated security alarm, so we're fine.
Yeah, we can just cut it open.
Cut a circular hole into it, into the window, into the, but holding, like with the suction cup on the window thing, while I use my energy sword to cut a circle into the bars and into the window.
Yeah.
Alright.
That way the glass doesn't sound and alert people.
Alright. And is that going to be your... That's what everyone is agreeing on? P24 is going to use an energy sword?
Yes, I think it sounds good.
Alright. Alright. Make a stealth check. Make a stealth check, P24. And we'll just add a small modifier to it. Maybe a +3.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, your plan goes flawlessly. Cuddles is prepared to catch the bars as you cut the circle out, and before you finish cutting the glass of the window, you use your sword and try to like bend it towards you so that you can catch it when you finish cutting it.
Mm.
You get inside, like you hear, you see like a timer start ticking down, and it starts at 3 seconds, and it's ticking down pretty quickly.
Hmm?
It's over next to the manager's door.
Oh, we're at the manager's door?
No, you want to break in through the window, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like an alarm system right next to the manager's door. And it looks like it's gonna tick down pretty quickly.
Find the button and press it. But haven't we already fixed the security?
You didn't disable the alarm. She disabled the ability to call local law enforcement from a press of a button and the safe's lock. But she didn't disable the alarm, the loud blaring alarm from the inside of this office.
Could I
Just rush to the safe, get everything out of it, get out
turn
as
it
quick
off
as possible.
somehow?
You don't know where the button is. You'd need to make a investigation check at disadvantage and at a -5 due to it being complete darkness.
Meanwhile I'm telling him like exactly the layout. I'm kind of pointing everything out. If that'll help at all.
Well, you weren't in the manager's office, but you did catch a glimpse of it earlier, and not only that, you've got the floor plans from the construction renovations.
Anyone gonna help out?
Yeah, I'll help.
Then it should be a normal instead of the disadvantage, right?
Normal at -5. Yep.
Someone that got better investigation skills. Who got the best here?
I don't.
Mine is just a 1.
I got one as well.
Oh well, it's all about rolling high, or like I say, we should just open the safe and hightail it out of it.
Yeah, Stumpy helps me investigate whilst you get the safe.
Okay. Make your investigation roll.
15.
You go, okay. Since this room is mostly barren, it's probably underneath the manager's desk. You check underneath, you see 2 buttons. Since Stumpy had already told you that she disabled the button that calls local law enforcement, you just press both of them. And you hear click, click. And the timer stops and resets.
Okay.
Alright. And P24, you go to touch the safe, and you just like spin the wheel and open it. It opens easily. It looks like the mechanical keypad had been disabled earlier. And inside, well, he actually kept some money in here. And he's also kept the deed in here, as well as a bunch of other, like, cosmetic items if you wanted to pimp yourself out. But you should have about 350 credits worth of jewels.
Okay.
The
Let me,
deed. And a pistol +1.
Ooh, I want a pistol. Is it better than the one I have now? Pistol +1.
Yeah, +1 to attacks and +1 to damage.
Ooh.
I think you and Stumpy should roll for it. Since you both could use pistols. Just to be fair.
Yeah. Well, should we roll 1d2?
Should we just grab it for now and run?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do it later.
I mean, you could use it right now if you want. While
Yeah,
we're inside.
let's decide later. Shadows really wants it.
Yeah, okay, so it's 350 credits worth of jewels.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. So,
And Stan and I already have 2 pistols, right?
Yeah, 2 regular pistols, yeah.
Okay, because on...
I can give you one of my pistols. I have 2. So I can take +1.
Okay, I think I already have 2, it just... I didn't update that on my sheet. 2 pistols.
Oh yeah, now that you mentioned that, I am supposed to eliminate those 2 regular energy swords that I had.
alright.
Nope.
Yeah, Cuddles can have it.
Okay.
Then I can give you one of my pistols later. So duel.
So she can have 3 pistols, because her dingus will have one.
Oh my god!
Pelvis thrust and shoot.
You wanted to show me your stumpy dingus? Alright.
No tan picante.
But you've successfully completed this mission. You may report back to the recruiter right now if you'd like.
Yeah, we will get out of there. We'll hightail out of there as quick as possible.
Alright.
Yes.
And he gives like a slow, sincere, soft clap. And he says, "Well done, well done. This was a fairly easy assignment, mind you. But I'm glad to see that you didn't take the route, loud route. Yes, our missions might be something similar to this. There will be much information gathering, much preparation to be done beforehand. This is only the beginning. Because some of our missions, well, you'll be raiding other gang hideouts, or you'll be raiding research facilities and the like, things that have higher security, or perhaps you might be breaking someone out of a prison. You're going to need to plan and play up your strengths. If you're good at deceiving, then you want to deceive. If you're good at shooting things or doing violent actions, then you'll want to pick a time and a place. But for now, you have done a very good job, and for that, I will give you 800 credits.
Yes.
But I will
What
be...
about the 500 credits for bribery? Do I get that back?
No, you can keep it. You can keep what's left over, which should be like 485 unless you took it out of personal gold.
No, I took it out personal.
Okay. I will be right
yeah,
back though.
Should we split the 800 gold?
Well, we'll split in a bit. Let's settle down because we have we can sell the jewels, which is another 350. We got 500 credits from the Void Guard for bribes. We can keep that for bribes. So it'll be 1,150 that we have to split up.
If I get the extra pistol for Cuddles, then I'll just sell that too.
Are you gonna sell one of my
Well,
pistols?
she has
Well,
she
if
has.
you give me an extra one, because I already have 2,
Okay, then I can. Okay.
and then you get the plus one.
Carlos like his pistols. He's gonna keep it. They don't sell for much, so.
Oh, okay.
So each of us get 383 credits rounded down.
383.
383, yeah.
But none for the butcher because he's not here.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't including the butcher.
I wonder what Eddie
We're gonna be these rich people and the butcher just comes here with like nothing. I say mission successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what uncommon items we could get with 500 credits.
Was it, how do I add like 1 plus? The
Plus
pistol?
1? Okay, you go to where your pistol is at, hit the cogwheel, set up the weapon, and then there is a part that says, you can either do it 2 ways. You could put a plus 1 next to where it says Dex and the proficient thing, and then at damage you put Dex and a plus 1. Where it says where it's a 1d8 plus Dex. Well, yours is a 1d6, I think it is.
1d6 plus
Yeah.
4.
So yeah, and don't put a plus 4 at the end of the thing. Just put a plus 1 because it's a Dex.
Yeah, it
plus
is.
4.
It's plus a 1d6 plus dex plus the 1.
Okay.
So the dex is 3 and the plus 1 is
It brings it to 4.
yeah.
Okay, then you're set.
Oh, a critical.
He also hands you... Or, he also will extend you... Well... So, are you intending to join the Void Guard, or are you going to see what your options are? Because you've seen... Well, you have seen the other options.
I vote for staying with the Void Guard. I like stealthy stuff.
Yeah, I think we can do better job here.
Very well.
Stumpy just shrugs. Like, yeah, alright.
We have high
We can
expectations
use
for you.
Stumpy's reputation.
We have high expectations for you. Especially with your, Stumpy Dingus. And he's referring to you, Cuddles.
What?
We were keeping an eye on you, and let's just say that we were having a blast watching your progress.
Alright.
Wow!
I'm just... Cuddles has no word for that, he's like, just so embarrassed. Like... he tries to get a face, I understand.
Okay, so the deal is the 500 credits that we're given for bribes and services, we're gonna keep it just for that.
Yeah, as
Do we get another like 500 for each mission? Or I mean, should we expect some more?
Well,
depends on the mission we're doing and how good job we do.
yeah. Well, if you keep doing a good job in missions, then we could give you a bonus. Normally it's about 500, but since you did a spectacular job, I gave you an 800. And the more difficult the mission, of course, the pay will go up.
Alright, so we could keep the 500 for whatever, Xanon.
Yeah, we just keep it for bribes and services just in case.
Okay.
Yep. Since I knew that you were low on money, I gave you a little bit of money to make those bribes. But from then on, you might have to rely on your own penny.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright. But first, he's gonna hand you the gravity vests. I just need to type up the entire thing first and paste it.
Well, what did you say?
I'm gonna give you some gravity vests. Just kidding.
Okay.
Cuddles is excited.
It has to be modified onto P24 because you can't use armor.
Okay.
So the only way you could give me something is by modifying his body armor.
This is going to be the most basic gravity vest, so it's going to be fairly weak.
Oh.
But the effect is probably pretty strong. At least for the
Yes.
one round that you can use it.
Cuddles will be happy. Do we all get one?
Yes. If you need to get up to if you need to, like, get up to a vent on the ceiling, or get on top of a roof or anything, or just, like, sprint up the side of the roof to get to a window, then the gravity vest will come in handy, but it's only for 6 seconds. And can only be used
Okay.
once per hour.
Oh, per hour. Okay. So it's not a one-time and then it's broken?
It's not a one-time and then it's broken.
Sweet.
Okay, I'm just looking.
And I also... Oh yeah, and in that safe, you also saw a little note.
Mhm.
And the note talks about how the data runners are making this, the data runners are making this, like, essentially some sort of a power suit that can fly and do all sorts of crazy stuff. But there has been some rumors that the thing has gone out of control.
Okay, should we present this note to our employer?
If you
We
want.
should.
Okay. Well, coupling this information with a recent recording, I think I might know where this is going. And he says, and he, like, pulls out a small disc. He says, I'd like you to watch this, because our jobs are going to be a little bit more complicated as long as, well, this man is on the loose. And the clip plays, and you see, like, this big, grandiose, like, human-sized power suit. This guy's flying. This guy is, like, you can see some starfighters, like, skirmishing with him, and he's just, like, dodging and weaving, flying through, and using energy cannons to blow up like a fleet of Void Guard starships. And he says, "Halt, evildoers! You cannot challenge the defender of the galaxy! Your judgment is at hand! Because none may challenge, it's the Voltron? No, that's trademark. No, what's my identity? Just
Star-Lord.
think of a cool name for an anime protagonist. That's who I am. Yes, that's me.
Kirito. Okay.
Wait, that's also trademark. And it's like the crowd says, Nerdman? Yes, Nerdman! That completely encapsulates who I am. Actually, maybe that would be too on the nose. And you can just hear like this, like the most anime music just blaring in the background. Yeah.
Boy.
After watching the video, P24 says, "So, do you want us to sabotage the suit or get rid of the creator?"
I'm just saying that he's probably going to cause problems. You might not be able to take him out if you do come across him. But whenever you do a mission, just be prepared for the defender of the galaxy.
You mean Nerdman?
Yes, that.
Like, I can see he would be a big threat, but get a topic with him. Get what his favorite anime is. It will be persuaded to our side easily.
If you want.
Yeah, we got this in the bag.
Well, all I'm thinking is the probability of us taking him down now, seeing what he's capable of doing, is slim to none. However, if we are better equipped, we may be able to get rid of this threat to the data, not the data, to the Void Guard.
Yeah, we are not ready for those kind of missions yet. One day we will.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have fun with this character. I've got a playlist just for him, and it's literally titled Anime as Fuck.
Beautiful.
Okay, I might be muted for a bit because my wife is gonna use the food processor. It's loud, but I'm here.
Do you guys want to end the session right here? We did start in like 2 hours late, but this is technically the end of the session right now.
How's everybody's times?
I might have to get off, get some work done.
Okay.
Alright, then we should probably just leave this for next time when I throw a harder heist mission to you.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it like Payday 2.
Yeah, just give me a bit.
Well, it's going to be a little bit more interactive than Payday 2, because you're going to be getting more information about the place. If you could bribe someone to, just like in Payday 2, to drop something useful at the scene.
Yeah, I was thinking something like that.
Because you already know, on Eden, power is bought.
Money is power.
Yep. Power is bought. You have a lot of corrupt people here. Just give them enough money, and they'll be able to do anything you want.
Hey, corporation, can I buy you up?
Only
I
for
don't think we got enough.
only for $999 trillion.
Can I take a loan?
Good luck finding someone who's willing to give you a loan on that.
No, like a lot of loans, like highest I can take.
I mean, theoretically, but I'd imagine that they probably keep track of each other and would notice that you're taking a lot of different loans from different places.
Okay, everybody, I have a plan.
Good luck with that, Cuddles. And it's like that's happening. They start talking over the plan to buy out the corporations, and that's when you get the "to be continued" through Ruby Eyes screen.
Yeah, I was gonna go off on equipment.
My equipment?
Yeah, we got. I think